Well, a Brunswick couple gives Christmas care packages to all canine cops in our area every year. That's a total of 128 police dogs. Fox 26 photojournalist Darlene Janik Ferris caught up with them.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that.
This is yours.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Big dog, big toy. Little dog.
And this is
These are their form of payment, so dogs work and they get rewarded. They don't play, we don't allow them to play with toys, whenever they want. It'll just keep the toy, a reward.
They completely fund this whole project themselves, and honestly, from what I know from Tammy and Patrick, I think it's just passion. They love dogs, they love animals, and they do so much to foster.
When I first met Tammy, actually I didn't know this was going to happen, and she asked me about my canine, if anybody gifted anything during Christmas to canines, and I thought about it. I said, I don't think so.
I don't think that these officers get the appreciation that that they deserve, and I think the canines get overlooked. And they play such an important part in in all the things that they do for these officers. And we just wanted to, in a small way, to say thank you for everything that you do for for us, for the community. We include the police departments, the sheriff's departments. This was the first year that we included the constable's office, so we did all 8 precincts of the constables. We even did the Coast Guard this year.
They started out with a couple small, agencies that were local to them. And then every year it seems like they add more, and they're doing it all out of pocket too. They don't have any donations or anything like that. These aren't small care packages too. They're, they're pretty, they have a lot of things in them. They have things for the dogs. They have a treat or two for the handler. It's a big deal, especially when you start talking about in excess of 120 of them, and to see somebody that expresses gratitude, not only for us, but for the dogs, it's kind of cool to see people with a like mindset, if that makes sense.
It takes a very special person to dedicate themselves to others. It's not about the individual. As you know, if you see each one of these officers and the love they have for their community, in addition to the love they have for their dogs, it's a team. It goes hand in hand.